Hello children, welcome to our world through English. So today we are going into second unit B reading, that is a beautiful poem which was written by the Nightingale of India, who we call a great poetess, and with her poems she inspired rest of the world. Especially she writes about most probably hard-working people who are physical laborers. For example, if you go for the poems of Sarojini, Naidu, we can see wandering singers, and wandering singers with a beautiful poem about the singers who are moving from one place to another place. And next, another poem we can bangle sellers, and who are selling bangles to survive their livelihood. So about their hard work she written, and about Indian weavers, about the clothes what they are designing and who are working a lot for the livelihood, she written very well. And the palanquin bearers who are holding the bride on their shoulders, even they have pain, but they will sing, shout of joy, and they will move on. So she used to mention all the hard work of physical labor who were working a lot to survive in the world. So about the poorer class, the lower communities, she used to mention in her poems. For that only she was very, very renowned in the freedom movement, and she was called as the Nightingale of India. And she was the first woman, a gardener, and she worked for Uttar Pradesh state, and that was the greatness of Sarojini Naidu. So now we have a beautiful poem that is called In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. So what is very simple, we can understand it will take only 5 to 10 minutes for us to understand this one. In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. So we know Hyderabad, capital city of Telangana. So there we have many streets and many bazaars. Commonly we will call streets, but if you come to local language, we'll say bazaar. So where you got, I went to bazaar to purchase something. So where we have bazaars means there we have some grocery shops, vendors, fruit vendors, merchants, and all we can find in the bazaars. So now how the situation in the bazaar? If you go to a market, how the market will be? Very peaceful, very silent, very sophisticated, very very highway roads. Will you find like that? No, it is full of noise, busy streets, right? So now the same thing happening, and Sarojini Naidu was going to explain us what was the condition in the bazaars of Hyderabad. Right? Let's read and understand. What do you sell, O merchants? Richly your wares are displayed, turbans of crimson and silver, tunics of purple brocade, mirror with panels of amber, daggers with handles of jade. So now firstly she was talking, she has nothing to explain that, but she is talking to us what we can find in the bazaars of Hyderabad. In a bazaar, who are there, what they were doing, and what they're having. Just like a promo video, an advertisement. If you are watching an advertisement about or any other publisher or any other magazine, they will give the products. For example, if you go to a sweet shop, they will give you this menu. Or when you go for a lunch or for any restaurant, there they will give you a menu, what they're having. Right? The same thing she was going to explain is what we are having in the bazaar, and who are in the bazaar, and what they are selling in the bazaar. She was explaining very, very nicely, very, very clearly. So now first she was talking about, hey, you merchants, O-E, Y-E means you. Oh, you merchant, what you are selling, what do you have? You have something, what you're having. Oh, nicely you decorated the shop and with the glass, and you kept turbans with the different wares displaying, and the turbans with different colors of crimson and silver, and tunics of purple, and brocade means the cloths. So tunics of purple cloths, and mirrors with panels of amber, daggers with handle of jade. So now she was explaining about the merchant and a clothes shop. You can understand a clothes shop, and different colors of clothes, and different colors of turbans, and everything was inside the shop. Not only that, she's talking about very expensive thick cloth with a pattern of woven into it, and next amber and jade, a precious stone used to make jewelry and art objects. So she was talking about the merchants, like a shopping mall. all different colors of shawl, dresses, clothes, turbans, and along with that inside he is having also a jewelry shop like that. He was selling daggers with panels of amber and daggers with handles of jade. So he was having a very nicely decorated shop, and it was having glass doors. When you're having any shopping mall, any shop, commonly every shop will have a glass door, because even from outside we can see what is inside the shop. If it is olden days, we have some closed doors, but nobody will see what is inside the shop. But now everything changed. It was with the glass doors, then everybody can see what is inside the shop, and it was nicely decorated. So it was attracting the passer-by people who are passing by the shop. Immediately they are looking at the shop. Oh, what a beautiful color, cloth, a dress. So they were impressing by that colors. Next one, what do you weigh? Oh, ye vendors. So now she was talking about vendors, what they are weighing. Vendors means shopkeepers. We know that who are selling something on the roadside. So what do you weigh means waiting. You are weighing, oh vendors, saffron and lentil and rice. So now what they are selling means they are selling saffron. We know saffron. The saffron color in a flag, the saffron, and lentil and rice. So he was sending what they're sending, saffron, lentil and rice. And next one, what do you grind? Oi, maiden, some ladies were there, they are grinding something there. What you are grinding? So they are grinding sandalwood, henna and spice. So what they are grinding, mixing something to sell. They are grinding sandalwood for selling, and they're grinding henna for selling, and they're grinding spices for mixing something in our curries or something. So they are making everything. So they are doing. So she was explaining about what is in the bazaar. Shopkeepers, merchants, vendors, now maidens. And next one, what do you call oi peddlers? So next, the peddlers means we can find the people who comes from one place to another place on bikes, by walk. They will keep something on their heads. They will say, oh, vegetables. They will come in our streets. So they are called as peddlers. They are moving from one place to another place to sell something. So now she's talking about peddlers. Oh, what do you sell, or what do you call peddlers? Jasmine and ivory dye. So what they are selling means they are selling jasmine and ivory. Ivory means yellowish white bone of that an elephant tusk is made of, and dye is a small block with 6 sides marked with spots. So he was selling games, chess related, and ivory dice he was selling in the road. So he was keeping on the hand to somewhere, saying, chessman, ivory dice. So like we'll see the roadside, ice cream. So like that, the peddler was selling from one place to another place, moving from this corner to that corner in the bazaar. So he was not staying one place, he was moving from one corner to another corner in the bazaars of Hyderabad. Next one, what do you make? Next one is talking about goldsmiths. So what do you make, oi goldsmiths? Wristlets and anklets and a ring. So now she was talking about another person, that is goldsmith, and saying that, oh goldsmith, what do you make? And they are saying that wristlets and anklets for ankles for girls. We know, so we will keep they will use anklets when they're walking, will get some bell sounds. So anklets and ring and bells for the feet of blue pigeons. So now again that he was saying that I also makes bells for blue pigeons, fleet of blue pigeons, and frail of a dragonfly's wing, and griddles of gold for dancers, scabbards for gold for the king. So he was saying everything. What they are making means they are making anklets, wristlets, and rings, and bell for blue pigeons, and frail as a dragonfly wing, and griddles for dancers, and and for the scabbards, for scabbard means knife will have a holder, that's called scabbard. For that they will make a golden color one, scabbard. If you take a knife, for example, if it is a knife, here we have something. This is called scabbard. This is called scabbard. So they were making, this is called scabbard. So for that they were making gold coating. So next, that is about the goldsmith. The goldsmiths, what they're doing, they're making all these wristlets, anklets and ring and scabbards for the king, frail as a dragonfly, and girdles for dancers they were making. So that's coming for next one. What do you cry, O ye fruit men? So now for fruit men also there in the bazaars, they were crying, means they are shouting a lot. What you are saying? Citron, pomegranate and plum. They are shouting the different fruits what they are selling. They were shouting those names, right? Like, what do you play, O ye musicians? On the roads they have musicians also. They are making some tricks, spells of aeons to come. So they are performing different of magicians, and for a long time. So when they are making some music for a long time, then automatically audience will gather, they will get some money. So like that they were making in the bazaars of Hyderabad. Lastly, finally, what do you weave? What do you weave, O ye flower girls? The flower girls were saying that these are the hardworking men in the road. They are not in the AC hall. They are not in the AC shops. They will be on the roads. What this poem about, what Sarojini Naidu was talking here, who are on the roadside from morning to evening, who are struggling a lot in the sun, hot summer and cool winter and spring in rainy season. Every day they will be on the roads. So about their hard work, about their work, about their livelihood, she was talking very clearly. Lastly, she's talking about flower girls who are making there. And what do you make with tassels of azure and red? And she's saying that what do you make with the flowers of different colors and azure? And she was saying that, flower girls were saying that, crowns for the brow of the bridegroom, chaplets to garland his bed, and sheets of white blossom, new garner to perfume the sleep of the dead. So what they were saying, you know, the flower girls were saying that for the marriage, a nicely crowned crown of brow we will keep for the women, and for the bed or for the after the marriage we will decorate their bed with the flowers, and next when they dies we will cover their body with the flowers. So from the marriage, birth, marriage, and after marriage and death, they will make the flowers for every person. So that is the work of the people who are working a lot and who are struggling a lot to survive in this world. So that is the end of the beautiful poem in the bazaars of Hyderabad.